Hello everyone. I have got to show you something out my window. Bear with me. I know you're going to see my stand and I apologize, but you have got to see the sky out there. Can you see that? Oh, look at that. Oh my goodness. It's absolutely gorgeous. I just had to share with you. It's so beautiful out my window. I don't know if you've ever, okay, backtrack. Hello everyone, it's Mary Jo Snyder. Welcome to MJ's Shady Anchors on my Facebook group, as well as on my business page, Mary Jo's, on my business page. Hi Barb, I just got totally flabbergasted with the way the sky looks right now. It's absolutely beautiful. And did you know that when you see the sunset, hello Trudy, when you see the sunset, you should always look behind you. They say you should never look behind you in a sense, you know, just keep moving forward, keep pushing through. But I'm telling you, the sky in front of me is the sky in front of me with the sun going down is absolutely breathtaking. It looks like the sky is on fire. But when I was coming in here, I looked out front, which is opposite of the sun going down. It's beautiful. It's absolutely gorgeous. I'm just so in awe right now. And I know that it's going to get, hello, Trudy. Downtown Trudy Brown. Hello, my friend. I miss you. I know. I need to get with you. Definitely. One of my next ventures heading that direction will have to connect. So, but anyway, it's gorgeous outside. It's freezing cold, but it's absolutely beautiful. I just want to find myself here on my page so that I can follow along. I went and got my hair done today. We are no more gray, and we are on the mode of getting it healthy. Thank you so much. It's gonna take me some getting used to how to curl it and make it look pretty because Melissa is fantastic. But it was super long. I had not had my hair cut. Hi, Ray. And hello, Lori. I have not had my hair cut probably since once in the last probably year. And that was done by Aaliyah. I had a couple of things done that she did at Bosie's, and I just let her do her thing. But because of going to the gym and wearing my hair up and chemical damage and stuff like that, I had a lot of breakage, but there was a lot of healthy hair too. And I've had some new growth because I've been taking biotin. And hello everyone, welcome. Thank you so much for popping on and joining. We're going to be creating, but I just had to show you the sky. It's gorgeous, and it keeps getting prettier and prettier as I sit here and talk. But obviously, the time's changing, and it gets darker sooner, and which means we'll have some shadows going on, but I'm not even going to worry about that. I'm going to create and have some fun. We're going to do a stamp-a-stack. We're going to make... Looks like we're making 6 cards, but they're going to be quick. We're going to do some heat embossing. And again, we're using that Hello Harvest, Rustic Harvest product suite with that beautiful paper. I can't even tell you what I got going on over here for the card buffet. I'm super excited. Can I just show you a piece of paper? Literally looks like Christmas camo. Hello, Christmas camo. Get out of town. So, can't wait to share the idea I created with that. And something from the kit collection, which currently is unavailable. However, it will be back because they did not take it out of... It will be available, I'm sure, because it's not even Christmas yet. So, but anyway, back to... I don't even know what I was saying. But yes, I got my hair done. We're trying to get it, all the deadness out and all that healthy new growth all taken care of, and so we did that. We had to cut some off, and that was okay. It's going to take me a minute to get used to it, but I've had shorter hair before and I've worked with it. But going to the gym and sweating and wearing hair ties super tight created some breakage as well. So I had all kinds of different things going on with my hair. So we're trying to even it out. I've never been one for all one length because, I mean, unless, anyway, it's a long drawn out story, but She did a good job. I'm liking it. It's dark because it's my natural color. She did kind of lighten the ends a little bit, but we covered up that gray. We got some layers going on, and she taught me how to, hello Lisa, she taught me how to do some curling and make it look all pretty, and to a few pointers, because usually I'm curling and doing all this mess and putting all this product in my hair, and next thing you know, the curls are gone before I even get to work. So we've got some tips and tricks on that. Hello, John and Mom. Hi, welcome. So anyway, we're going to do some crafting. We're going to do 6 quick cards, at least as quick as I can do with heat embossing. I do have some stuff pre-cut. We're not doing a whole lot of stamping because we're going to let the DSP, Designer Series paper, I'm just so in awe of this guy. We're going to let the Designer Series paper kind of speak for itself. I have the door open back here, so I apologize if you can see my bedroom. It's full of, my bedroom is pretty much a storage closet for everybody, as well as myself. This winter, that room is going to get in order, whether I like it or not, and whether others like it or not. So be prepared, those of you that have stuff in my room. Just saying. And I know that doesn't apply to all of you that are watching. I was just being facetious. But anyway, thank you so much, Lisa. So anyway, that's that. I couldn't shut the door because the dogs are out. I am here, puppy sitting in a sense. And anyway, let's get to crafting because I'm super excited about what is down here on my table. I'm going to have to adjust the lighting, I'm sure. You might get some glares with some stuff, but we'll just work through it. We're here to have fun and have, hopefully I can teach you a few things about some of the products here. And I've pulled out my favorite piece of paper because you totally can do a stamp a stack super simple with this piece of paper. So let's get you pointed down. Actually, let me reverse the camera so you can see that beautiful sky again. Check that out. Let it get into focus. Look, it's gorgeous. How could you not just sit here in awe? I love my room. I love my craft room. I love everything about it. It's just so absolutely beautiful. And I'm so happy that I could actually sit here and share that with you. It's so much brighter in person, but oh, love it. All right, now we're going to cover this lens and we're going to point it down, and I'm going to keep this window open until I get freaked out about it being dark outside, because that's what I do. I watch too many freakish movies sometimes. You wouldn't think that I would, but I'm getting all into the suspense thrillers. I wonder why. Love movie nights, movie days, whatever. So let's get some extra light going on if I press the right button here and see if that's going to help us out. Okay, so we have obviously some basic white that we're going to use as layers. We have basic black, early espresso, Mary Merlot, Mossy Meadow, Cajun Craze, and Crushed Curry. All of these colors are in this piece of Designer Series paper. Now that is from that beautiful Rustic Harvest 12 by 12 Designer Series paper pack, which I walked you through the first time I used this product suite. So we are going to make ourselves a set of cards, 6 cards, and I need to get you not looking at the arm of my, let's get you squared away here so you're not looking at the arm of my, okay, there we go. Hello you, thank you for joining. So I got my heater on, I'm already overheated, so let's turn this down a little. There we go. Yeah, I'll have to show you my new heater sometime too. I absolutely love it. So, all right. So this is our Designer Series paper we're using. I'm so excited. Butterflies, so you know I'm loving that. But we're going to cut this down to 6 pieces. Now, I'm saving a piece of this paper because this would also make a great border to the base of a scrapbook page. You could even do 2 layouts. So that is certainly something in my future. So I'm waiting for this heat to kick down. So, all right, so we're going to grab I think what I want to do, I have to find my paper trimmer. Getting geared up for this class next weekend. Our card buffet is going to be absolutely amazing. The first thing I want to do is just go ahead and put that flush. I love our paper trimmer because right here there is a little lip and you can put that flush against there and you know that is 6 inches. And you're going to cut that right in half. So you have 2 pieces that are 6 by 12. And it looks like I'm going to change my blade because I've been doing so much prep work for this card buffet that I have dulled my blade, and it takes a lot to dull the blades. Hi, Vicky, of the blades of this paper trimmer. So we're gonna grab a new blade. Usually you get 4 in a pack. We're gonna pop this out. There is a little notch here, and I always have a hard time. Actually, we'll do it this way so you can see what I'm doing. I always have a hard time getting this out, but there is a little spot here where it should be able to pop out easy. You just have to be patient with yourself because otherwise you can easily cut yourself. These blades, I have lotion on too, so that's part of the problem. Try to make my skin look a little fresh before coming on here. You're gonna pop this out and you're gonna pop it in where that little notch is. So this is your blade. We've just changed that, but I've been doing so much prep work for this class that I kind of dulled out my blade. I've been doing a lot of cutting. You are going to see some glare, but that's because I have extra lighting going on from my phone. So just bear with me. It's not going to be there continuously. So, all right. So we've cut that down to 6 by 12. And I think what I'm going to do, because I have that edge on there, I don't want to cut the butterflies, but I do want to cut this down a little bit more. So I'm going to cut it down to, well, I just want to take 1/8 of an inch off the top because they're not going to be 6 inches because your card base is 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. So that makes your card base 4 1/4, 5.5 by 4 1/4. But I want to go a little bit shorter than that because I want to actually mat this. So I am going to make this 5, and I'm going to cut part of that green off. Actually, I'm going to do, let's just see. Yeah, we'll still go with 5 1/4. So we're going to cut some of that green off. We don't need that, but you can keep the reverse because you can use that on something. And so we're 5 1/4, and we're going to cut these down to 4 inches. So you're just going to keep on cutting. We definitely need enough room so we can stamp our sentiment. We are doing all the same sentiment on these cards. So there you go. You've got 3 layers from that piece. We're going to trim 1/8 of an inch off the top. Actually, do I need to do that? Yes. 1/8 of an inch off the top of this, just to be precise with the other pieces we've cut. And then we're going to flip this and again go down to 5 1/4. 5 1/4 over here. Save that piece. I'm still so in awe with this, at the fact that it looks like Christmas camo. Isn't that cool? That is from the Boughs of Holly, I think is the product suite. Yeah, we're going to be playing with that at the card buffet, but I will be showing some stuff here online when it gets closer to the holidays. If it's a product suite you think you want from the holiday catalog, I'd probably order it because I know that it took me a minute to get it. And I'm all about anything with holly on it because of my dear friend Holly that passed away several years ago. And Holly, she was born on Christmas Eve. Her name is Holly, and anything holly I like to use at Christmas time. So, okay, now that I told you that story, we are going to, right off the bat, grab our fun stuff here. I have picked out the white Stamp and Emboss powder, Versamark, because that's what you need when you are embossing. Hi Lisa, hi Mary, hi Sherry. Thank you everyone for being here. Be sure to share my videos so that I can share my creativity with so many other people because that's what I love to do. That's why I'm here. I love to inspire and get people excited over paper crafting. So we have a reverse set of tweezers. to help us during our embossing, our heat embossing. The Versamark is kind of a, it does dry, but it will help this powder stick to your, so you'll stamp it, your sentiment in Versamark, put the powder on it, and then you heat emboss it. So we're going to do that to each of these. And we're going to just use the simple stamp hello. So this is where this stamp set, where these product suites can become versatile. Versatile, however you say it. Tomato, tomato, whatever. Me too, Mary. I've never had a pair of tweezers in my craft room whatsoever, unless it was because Aaliyah was doing her makeup next to me in her spot, which is now full of craft supplies for class. But I'm really super excited about these. They're very sturdy, but it's so you don't burn your hands when you're heat embossing. Of course, we absolutely were so upset when the embossing buddy went away. And what this is a piece, a little baggie, if I can get it open. I should grab my other one because I have one from when they were around before. Eeks! It literally has powder in it. So it helps with static, because when you put your powder on your, or when you put your embossing powder on, you don't want it sticking to places that you don't want it to be, in a sense. So we definitely need that. It comes with a brush. This is going to come off so that you can put all of your powder that's left back in the container. So that's the object of that. And this is the brush so that you can get the rest of the powder out of there. So we've got our heat tool. I have to plug it in. This is not a Stampin' Up! Heat tool. It is one that was handed down to me, I believe, from Lisa, and who is my upline and dear friend. She had given it to me, and I use it because it works, but I do need to get, every time I use it, I think to myself, I need to get Stampin' Ups because it has 2 speeds. This one only has 1, so speeds, it's like a hairdryer in a sense. Okay, so this is what I want to do. I want to stamp each one of these in Versamark with this hello. Stop jabbering so much. And this is just kind of a sticky, and there is refill for this. It's just like a sticky, it almost looks like you're stamping tone on tone when you stamp it, because it is, you can see it. It's kind of like a clear stickiness. Then I'm going to bring it in here, and I'm going to cover up my Versamark so that I don't get powder in it. And I'm going to move my stamp away because we're going to do this one at a time. Well, we're going to do this part one at a time. Just shake that off, give it a couple flicks. And if you see some stuff that you don't want there, you can just be careful you don't rub where the hello is. Now you can set this aside and get all the other ones ready. So let me go ahead and do that while I am, while I have everything out, and then we'll be able to heat emboss them. So we're just going to put the hello in different corners. You just want to make sure that every time you are using your powder that you're covering your Versamark so the powder is not sticking to that. And I forgot to even use the embossing buddy, so I probably should show you how that works. That's probably why I'm getting stuff everywhere else. All right, here's what you do. You're going to rub this to prevent the static. You're going to stamp. I should really slow down, right? Why you in a hurry? Where you going? Nowhere. And add the hello there. And come in, and you can scoop this up. See, I should have put my lid on. So there's that. Okay. Now let's take a moment to do these 3, because I'm not sure what that's gonna, if it's gonna cause me any issues waiting, and then we'll do the next 3. So we'll get these out of the way. I'll move my powder so I don't make a mess and get it flying all over. Plug in my heat tool. This is gonna get a little loud, but no worries. Okay, now I'm gonna just put that there so that big spot of glare isn't right there. And just like that, the night sky has gone. All right, so I am right-handed. So I'm gonna take my reverse, turn this on, and hopefully you'll be able to see this when it starts to turn. You definitely want to move it around so you're not burning your paper, because that is possible. And you'll notice when it starts to melt, like it's starting to melt now. It gets all shiny. So there's one. And that'll flatten out when I put it on the card. And then you just go ahead and do the other one. You can see it changing a little bit. You just want to make sure it all gets melted. First time I ever used embossing powder, I thought it was done, and I ran my finger right through it. Yeah, it wasn't done. Boy, I was mad, and I said I was never going to do that technique again. Well, here I am. See how that changes? It gets bolder. All right. So we got those three done. We'll set these aside and we'll do the other. Do we want to do the same sentiment? Hello, hello, hello. I think that was the plan, so we're going to stick to the plan. Doesn't look quite done. It is, though. All right, so we got those done. We're going to do some more embossing. And I'm going to try not to stick my hand on this because it's very hot. And get the tweezers out of the way. Come back in with our Versamark and our stamp. These are just little note cards that you can send to someone. But it's really about the technique in itself. Just make sure you're always covering that. Yes, Lisa, I actually just got myself another pack because I want to use it for some stuff I'm working on. So there's that one. Set that aside. We're going to grab our Versamark again. Now it seems a little tedious, but it really is super simple. Once you get this done, this layout is so easy. You don't really have to add much of anything to it because the paper pretty much does the trick for you. I literally just dipped that in there. Again, I'm forgetting to use my embossing buddy, but you really should use that so that you're not getting all that static and things aren't where they're supposed to be. So we'll rub that on there. That's the purpose of it, so that there's no static for the powder to stick where it shouldn't. And I can show you on one of them because I saw that I made a mistake by not using it. Okay, so there's that. We're all done with our Versamark. Versamark can be used for different things too. You can actually do tone-on-tone stamping. If you don't have a color and you want to stamp the same color on the paper, like say I have real red and I want to stamp in real red on that color, I can just use Versamark to do that. All right, we're going to set this aside and I'm going to show you how to clean that out. Okay, let's go ahead and grab our tweezers again. And, oh, I just love this paper with the mums on it. I'm just all about fall. Of course, we know I love pumpkin spice, right? We never got trick-or-treaters where I live because I'm way out in the country. And plus I was always out with the kids for Halloween. So I'm anxious to see if anyone ever stops here. So There's a lot of fun stuff going on in the Stampin' Up! World that I'll fill you in on as well. Some stuff I can share, some stuff I can't yet. Oh, I just love that. Really super simple to get that embossed, that heat embossed look. You just got to make sure you're not burning your paper. There we go, it's turning. There, all done. Now, if you're like me and you have a lot of clutter in your craft room, come on, be honest. You need to put this heat emboss tool somewhere safe where it's not going to cause a fire. Because the end of that heat emboss tool, remember when you were kids and they had cigarette lighters in your car? You ever stick your finger in it after you took the lighter out, popped it in to get it all warm, and stick your finger in it? Uh-huh. That's kind of what that feels like. So, just saying, knowing from experience. Okay, so it gets very hot and you have to let it cool and all that stuff. All right, we're going to set these kind of off to the side. They're dry, completely dry. And I'm missing one somewhere. How? I don't know, it's on the floor because that's how I roll. If it's not in front of me, it's usually on the floor. Okay. All right, so we have those. We'll set those aside. Now to clean this out, and then I'll grab my my mat for stamping, my grid paper, so we can get rid of that glare. How easy is this? We're gonna tap, 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 tap. Put it right back into that container. The stuff that is stuck in here, just go ahead and with your brush, see it's very staticky, the little particles are. And that is pretty good for now. I can do the rest of that after. And that is how you emboss. Pretty simple. I don't want to lose this lid. So we will put this back on. Probably should clean that a little bit better. Worry about that in a bit. Set that in there. Perfect. And we have our stamp. Just wipe some of it off because I'm sure there's stuff there. Grab my grid paper. Get rid of that glare that you guys are staring at. And we will be able to do the rest of our work here. So what's this? Okay. So we have basic black. If anyone has questions on any products that I'm using, please be sure to put those in the comments. If you're sharing my video, please let me know that you shared. I want to let you all know tomorrow is the beginning of a new Stampin' Up! Year, which means I'm restructuring my business. And you're going to see some changes and consistency, and why Siri pops on and records everything on my watch, I have no idea. So I don't know who she's sending it to, but I'm restructuring my business. I'm going to have a plan, and you're going to see some serious changes where things happen when I say they're going to happen, or I'm not going to say they're going to happen. So, but I got some stuff going on in my head, and I'm going to work through it and go from there. Okay. So just so you're aware, look for some well, that's the same size. So now what? I need a piece of the basic white. They're the same size because I didn't trim those the way I thought I was going to. So let me grab some basic white. This won't take very long. I just need 6 pieces. And I won't worry about the inside right now. I'm going to trim these down. Now this paper, or these Designer Series paper pieces, layers are 5 1/4. by 4. So we want to go just a smidge larger at 5 3/8 by 4 1/8. And we're going to cut multiples of those. So I had those other ones set aside because I'm using them. I pre-cut a whole bunch of stuff for the card buffet, and they just happen to be sitting there, but they're not the right size. So we're going to cut these down to size. Again, it's 5 3/4 by 4. I'm sorry, 5 3/8 by 4 1/8. And it's going to be just a smidge border around those other pieces. We just need 2 more for now. And you can get 4 pieces out of a piece of basic white cardstock. I have to be gentle with my trimmer. I don't need to press so hard. It's a new blade. With your trimmer, if you have this trimmer and you put new blades on it, you really don't have to use a lot of pressure. It really just glides very smoothly. I have a heavy hand, so I think that's why I go through blades so often. But I have to admit, I have been doing a lot of cutting for this class. Okay, so set that aside. And this is going to now border this. So it's a little bit bigger. And it's just to give it that pop of color. Hi, Marva. How are you? Also want to send out thoughts and prayers to all of those down in Florida that are affected by the hurricane that came through. I tried reaching out to some of my family down there. I have not heard back, but I did see one of them. They were on Facebook earlier. I'm sure that service there and trying to communicate with people is probably very difficult at the present time. So, but definitely thoughts and prayers to all of those down there that are affected by this. So, I remember when we would go to Disney, it would be around in the fall, usually, coordinated usually around the time where you would get, working for the county, get election day off as well as Veterans Day. And if they fell in the same week, it's the perfect week to take vacation like I'm doing this year, because you only use 3 vacation days and you have the whole week off. Smart thinking, right? So that's really it. You're thinking, oh, you have to add something else. And I will, but I think I'm going to just lie these flat, flush to the card base. So I'm just going to add some more Tombow liquid glue. Oh, puppy came in here. So these are going to go together really easy. And it's just like giving you a smidge border. And when you're done, you're going to have 6 cards. But we're going to embellish and we'll do some fun stuff. But it's... Yes, that landed on the floor. Oh, because my back is out. Yes, that's another thing that happened this week. I threw my back out Wednesday, and I'm supposed to be in a race tomorrow. Haha, that's funny. There's so many stories to all of that. Thanks, Lisa. So anyway, back to this. When you're done with this, you will have 6 cards that pretty much are similar, and you can tie a ribbon around them and you can gift them to somebody as a card set. You could send them to all your friends, send a little sunshine. You can, if you're a crafter and you do stuff at craft fairs, this is an easy way to make multiple cards for a set of cards to sell. There is early espresso in here. I didn't see it at first, but there is like pine cones entwined with all this, which I thought was kind of cool. Tombow liquid glue. Boy, I'm all over the place. Hi, Jane. Tombow liquid glue is my friend lately. If you watched me in the beginning of my crafting here on Facebook, I wouldn't touch this stuff because I would have it from my fingertips to my elbows. But in this case, when you have things that only have a little bit of a border, it gives you a little bit of a leeway to make sure things are lined up. So there's card number 2. Oh, Jane, I'm glad you figured out how to comment and I'm able to see it now. That's awesome. I have a cup of decaf next to me. It's not the real deal, but when you love coffee, it works. So, all right. So, yes, 5K is tomorrow. And I'm that person who thinks that she's Superwoman sometimes and can fit in training for a 5K in a whole month. And yeah, no, that was not happening. Probably, okay, not a whole month, 2 weeks. I know. But anyway, I messed up my back. And the funniest thing is I was just putting on my pants to go to work the other morning and my back went out on me. This happened not too long ago and I ended up laying on the bathroom floor and Nigel literally had to help me up. And the pain shot all the way around my lower back to my abdomen and it was tighter than tight. And I was worried to death because the only one here was Maddie. And I was absolutely mortified if I would have had to call her in the bathroom and I was like half dressed. I know it's too much detail, but I'm telling you the story anyway. I was so mortified that I had to find a way to catch my breath and find a way to get my shirt on and get to the living room so that I could sit down. So you can see, I'm going to pause for a moment that story. That's where I made a little mishap. So that's why you want to use your embossing buddy because that little fleck right there is actually embossing powder that stuck where it shouldn't have because of the static from the powder. So, but that's okay. It's not a big deal. But just so you know, that's why you use it. I see it again on another piece. So that was Mary Merlot. So back went out and got to the living room, was halfway through a text message to everybody at work saying that I was not going to be in or that I was going to be late. But then I decided, because I knew I was off today for other reasons, that, you know what, I'm going to have to power through. I don't know how, but I did it. I got my bearings. I got myself dressed and ready. It was a no makeup day and barely did anything to my hair. Managed to get around, throw some stuff in my lunch pail, and out the door I went. Made it to work, did the best I could, got through the day, tried to call the chiropractor. They couldn't fit me in until next Friday. And I was like, please put me on your cancellation list. And lo and behold, they called yesterday in the morning while I was at work and said they had a cancellation. Thank goodness, because I definitely needed something. So, and I'm putting this one on Mossy Meadow. See how easy these are coming together? So I got to the chiropractor yesterday, 1 o'clock. And it hurt. There's no other way to describe it, but it was excruciating pain shooting through my back, my lower back. He would hit that just right when he was adjusting my back. Pretty much told me that he could feel the inflammation and the tightness when he was trying to work out some of that mess that was going on. So pretty bad. So I'm taking ibuprofen, which I don't like to take, but I'm taking it, and I am icing my back. So needless to say, last year I was supposed to run this race, and I did. I trained for a long time because I had never ran a 5K. I walked one, but I've never ran. I was never a runner. I can't say that anymore because I've done it. You only limit yourself by the thoughts you put in your head. You can do anything you set your mind to it. You can do anything you set your mind to. That's just all I can say. So last year I trained from May until the October date of the race, and I had people coaching me through. My friend Patty was telling me run for 5, jog for 4 minutes, walk for 1, jog for 4 minutes, walk for 1. So I'm gonna score this at 4.25, and that's with the gray, the lighter gray scoring blade. So that's what I did, and I worked up to just over 3 miles because a 5K is 3.1 miles. So I managed to do it. I was supposed to run it. It was to honor Holly. I know we just had this conversation about my friend Holly, because there is a 5K in her honor every year at the Campbell Savona School District. And I had always wanted to run it because it was on my bucket list. I wanted to do it for Holly, show up and run it. I walked it, but I never ran it. So when I said that to Patty, she was like, no, nobody runs that because it's in the middle of November. Hello, Donna. And it's just too cold. We live in upstate New York. It's cold here in the middle of November. I mean, it's cold here right now, and it's October tomorrow. So anyway, long story short, she hurt herself last year and couldn't run with me, but I still did it. And she was there cheering me on. And this year I'm hurt, but she has someone else that she is running with, because she also runs the half glass, which is 11 miles, 11 kilometers. I'm not sure. And the full glass is 22. So there's 4 races to this entire wine glass marathon. One is in May. That's 8K. The one tomorrow is a 5K. And then there's 2 on Sunday, the 11 and the 22. So the full glass or the half glass, it's really, it's wine country here. So, and plus it's Corning Glass, Corning Museum of Glass. That's who hosts it, and as well as other Wegmans and other companies in the area and whatnot. But anyway, so she'll be running the race without me tomorrow, but I think, depending on how I feel in the morning, I'm definitely going there to cheer her on because she was there for me, and that's what we do for each other. She is that person. She showed up, she got me there, she talked me through it, she helped me through it, she helped train me along with another amazing person in my life, and they got me through. And cheered me on, and it was absolutely amazing, and as well as, family and, just good people that were all around cheering me on. So anyway, so this is hello Kimberly times 6 using that designer series paper. That was super simple, right? So let's find some gems. I'm talking a mile a minute. Let's find some, and I know the perfect ones that are going to match. We are going to use these amber. This is the part of the suite, leaf labels and amber gem combo pack. So we're going to add some of these to this. And here we go. I'm going to add a few, just a couple. Actually, I'll add 2 of the small ones, and they can be random. They don't have to be anywhere specific, and a big one on each card. So there's that. Super simple. And we'll do the next one. Just go ahead and add 2 small ones and a large one right there. And this one. And that. And we are almost done. We just did 6 cards. I just have to get the basic white for the inside of the card, but I can go ahead and do that. I love that there's butterflies on these. Had that whole butterfly experience this summer at the state fair. I was super excited about that. It's like all these things on my bucket list are coming true. Coming true, coming to light, however you want to say it. And I love it. I love it so much. So just randomly, I like to put 3. I think odd number kind of helps your eyes move through the entire project. Put one up by the butterfly. So there you go. There's your cards. And then what I'll do, I have a couple of these. I'll show you what I'll do to the inside, is just literally take my seal and just put that piece in there like so. So I'll do that with all of these, and I have a set of cards just to send out to whomever. Actually, it would be a great card for swaps on stage. But I probably won't do that. I've got other ideas. So there you go. How exciting is that? Super simple, amazing. You have different colors. Just, I love it. Thank you so much, Lori. Yeah, sometimes it's less is more, and we're trying to teach ourselves that, aren't we? So let me go ahead and flip the camera. That was fun. Didn't take too long. I think probably the most strenuous part was flipping the camera. Flip the camera, tighten up this thing. It's now dark out, so you don't want to look outside. So yay, I'm super excited. I'm going to try and upload this to YouTube maybe tonight so everybody can see this. So yay. Yes, this paper is amazing. It's that Rustic Harvest Designer Series paper that you can get it with that suite. And then I really want to make tags, some sort of tags with these leaves, so you can do some heat embossing. I started following a Rose Coleman out of Canada. She's a fellow demonstrator. She's been demonstrating, I think she said, for 20 years. I started watching her videos. She goes live at 9:30 in the morning. Of course, she's Mountain Time. And sometimes her time varies because of what she has to do throughout her day. But I watch her, and every morning she's all about, it's 9:30 in the morning, and I've got my coffee, and I'm here in my craft room, and wherever she lives in Canada. And I love watching her. She just is, I don't know. I kind of feel her energy. She's really, she does, and she focuses on a suite. I guess that's what I'm trying to say. She will focus on a suite for an entire week, but she comes live every day, Monday through Friday. I don't know if she does stuff on the weekends, but like Friday is her Fun-Fold Friday, and she just really, really gives the suites a lot of love, where I am lucky if I can make 1 or 2 projects with the suite. Well, I don't buy these suites just to encourage people. Well, yes, I do want to encourage you to purchase, of course. That's why I demonstrate. I mean, not the only reason. I want to teach as well, but my whole purpose of buying product is to buy the stuff that I love so I can make stuff with it. And if I'm only making 1 or 2 things, I'm not showing it the love that it needs. So she really has influenced me immensely, and I need to just reach out to her and thank her so that I can give these products the love that they deserve. I mean, a lot of times these products sell themselves. And I mean, just seeing this one piece of paper come to life in 6 different cards by just doing very minuscule work. Minuscule. I didn't have to do a lot. If you could have the whole suite and a pack of different colored paper, buying the multi-packs or whatever, and you could make so many cards just with the Designer Series paper and heat embossing or stamping an image. It's just putting a sentiment on paper. I mean, we make it so hard for ourselves, but it's time to work smarter, not harder. She has totally influenced me, and I'm really excited about that. And if anyone wants to check her out, you can find her at rosecoleman.com. That is her blog. And you can find her on Facebook and YouTube. I really adore her, and she goes live and she does one project, but she focuses on an entire suite or a stamp set in the course of a week. So it's fun because she really brings that product to life in so many different ways. And that's what I want to do for you guys. I want to not just share one project and move on. You need to see all the stuff this suite can do. I mean, can you see a banner made with these leaves that says Thanksgiving or grateful, or or running them through an embossing folder? There's so many things you can do with product that we barely touch the surface. I don't want to just touch the surface. I want to dive right in. So you are totally going to, yes, definitely check her out. A breath of fresh air, and her projects are really, really, I don't want to say simplistic, because not necessarily, but it's really easily replicatable, and that's what I want to do. I want to make you desire to recreate what I'm making, and it doesn't have to be 15 different layers. It can be something just as simple as you saw me create right now. This would be perfect for a class. You get a pack of designer series paper, you make 6 cards in a class, you go home with the rest of the paper and do whatever you want with it. I mean, it's so simple, product-based class. So anyway, that's my spout on that. Tomorrow is World Card Making Day. I now have 6 cards that I can drop in the mail come Monday. So it's going to be my concept of tomorrow for World Card Making Day, along with a lot of other demonstrators, is make a card, send a card. So get out there and do some crafting tomorrow. If you don't make cards, that's okay. Do some scrapbook pages, make a memory book, start something, make a shadow box, or do something that you love. It's World Card Making Day. I'm going to probably make more cards. I still have stuff to do for this class. But anyway, I'm rambling because it's that time of day. And it's decaf, not regular full strength. So anyway, yeah, I'm going to go use some more of that Christmas camo paper. I'm just so in love with it. It's so funny. But anyway, thank you so much all for joining me this Friday evening. And for the compliments on my new hair, I have to definitely get used to it. I have not had shorter hair in a little bit, but we're going to get it healthy and grow it out, and it's going to be beautiful, and I'm going to be happy. And I mean, I'm happy now. Yeah, see that mess out there? Ugh. Anyway, that's another day. I'm having fun right now. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me. Have a beautiful weekend, and I'll let you know when I can catch up with you again. And I'll let you know how tomorrow goes. I might walk a mile and turn around and go back and get my medal just because, but actually, I don't know what the day's going to bring, but I know it's going to be a good one, because you know what? Tomorrow's a good day to have a good day. All right, everybody. Many Stampin' Blessings, and I'll see you again soon.